Hey Cancer, welcome to your weekly forecast for May 17th through the 23rd. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. We're going to see what's happening in the week ahead, you guys. Keep in mind that the following week on the 26th, we have a supermoon lunar eclipse that's going to be coming in, and that's going to have some powerful energies, and we're still, some of us, being affected or feeling the influences of the full moon in Scorpio we had not that long ago. So we're going to see how these energies are going to be affecting Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising collectively. Keep in mind this is a general reading. Not every single message will resonate, but take what does and leave the rest. Alrighty, my dears. Your first card here is the Temperance card. I'm trying to think of who else had the Temperance card come up for them. I feel like it may have been Leo. Okay, so some of you may be having a situation going on with a Leo. There could be a dynamic simply because it came up for them, not necessarily. Or if you have a Leo placement, there could be something going on there. In general, though, let's put Leo aside and focus on you. Also, Temperance is associated with the astrological side of Sagittarius. If you have a Sagittarius placement, that could be coming to the forefront, or you may be dealing with a Sagittarius. But this is a major arcana card. And when the major arcana cards come up in a reading, it's basically telling us that we're coming into a new chapter. We're coming into this new cycle, this new phase, a defining moment in our life. And the Temperance card is about answering a calling. The Temperance card is about answering a calling, and it's going to be the energy of being able to go in that direction. You know, take the steps. But Temperance card also comes in with the message of divine timing and trusting in divine timing. Some of you Cancers might be having some epiphanies about changes you're wanting to make in life, or ways in which you're wanting to take your own life experiences and using them to help other people. So maybe you're wanting to do energy work and healing. Maybe you're wanting to get into tarot. Maybe you're wanting to write a book or a screenplay about your life. Maybe you're wanting to start some kind of a rehab center, or some kind of counseling place to help runaways or victims of domestic violence or things like this. So it's going to be different for different ones of you, okay? But there might be some way in which you feel like, aha, this is what I meant to do, or aha, this is how I'm going to feel like I'm giving back. Like, this is the legacy I want to leave behind. And a lot of you are like, well, I got to hurry up and make it happen. I got to hurry up and make it happen. I'm running out of time. And so the Temperance card comes up, and a great affirmation to go along with it is, I am exactly where I am meant to be in this moment. Okay, I am exactly where I'm meant to be in this moment. Divine timing is guiding everything. Okay, divine timing is in control. So as long as you are making decisions out of love and not out of fear, not out of ego, and as long as you're taking the steps for what you're being guided to do, all will fall into place. All will align. You don't have to get freaked out about the time frame, or, like obsessing about it and giving every second of your time and every penny that you have left into it to hurry up and to make it happen fast, because then we're not in the flow. Then we're coming from that fear energy. And anytime we're doing anything from fear energy or panic energy, it's not going to succeed. It's not going to stick. So trust in the flow. Trust in timing, and don't fall into the lie of, being too late or taking too long. Your next card here, Cancer, is the Two of Cups. And so Two of Cups can be very, very, very positive energy here in terms of relationships. I know a lot of people are used to watching tarot readings as it has to do with love and romance. So Two of Cups kind of gets typecast here as a soulmate card, as like a happy relationship card, and that can definitely be the case. I'm not going to sit here and say that there's not going to be a romantic element for some of you. There could be here where you're manifesting a true soulmate. However, Two of Cups for me is flow energy. It's when giver meets giver. Okay, so this can be any kind of partnership or any kind of relationship. It doesn't have to be love and romance. It's just an interaction where there is care for each other. There is consideration for each other. There's a sense of, what can I do for you? How can I help you? How can I support you? And it's two people, and both of these people are thinking about how they can help the other person. Both of these people are thinking, how can I make my partner happy, or how can I put my partner first? Okay, and those are the relationships that are going to go on forever. Friendships, relationships, partnerships, they're going to go on forever because each person is thinking about the happiness of the other person. So some of you are manifesting that kind of flow and that kind of energy. Cancers can be very caring, and Cancers can be the kind of people that they will do whatever they can for the ones that they love. But unfortunately, you may have not had the same experience from people in your life and people around you. So now it's coming into the energy of manifesting that, manifesting that support, manifesting that help, manifesting that consideration where your feelings matter. Okay, where your feelings matter. That flow kind of energy here. All right. I also feel, Cancer, that some of you are coming into a time where you're breaking away from being under the fear of facing someone's wrath or facing someone's anger. Okay, it could be kind of like trauma left over from childhood that you stored in your body, especially if you're an empath. You may have stored some of that like in your nervous system, and you may be releasing it, and it's not, you're being delivered from fear, or you're being freed from fear in that way because it's leaving your body, and you're like feeling like you can connect with people, like it's okay for you to be yourself. I feel there's this thing, Cancer, where some of you have put up this wall, like, I'm bad, I'm a bad person, right? Or I mess things up, or I make bad decisions. And so there was like this thing of, I got to keep you a little bit far away, because if you get in close, you're going to know how bad I am, or you're going to know how bad I mess things up, or you're going to know how stupid I am, or whatever the false belief was from that anger that you had to deal with. And it's going to be gone. You're going to be like, wow, I don't have to be afraid of that anger. I didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with me. And you're opening up to let people in. That's the energy that I'm getting with the Two of Cups for you guys, Cancer. It's like you're getting yourself out of timeout. You're getting yourself out of like being punished. Like, hey, I don't deserve to be punished. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not going to be scared of that person anymore. I'm not going to be scared of that consequence anymore because I don't deserve that consequence. It doesn't apply to me. And that's what's maybe kind of put a wall between you and the world for a big part of your life. But you're coming into the energy of releasing that. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Tower. Wow, massive. Now, I know a lot of people get really scared when they see the Tower because they think that bad things are going to happen. Keep in mind, this is a major arcana card. So this is shift, a new chapter, a defining moment. These are energies that are around us for a while. And the Tower doesn't come to us as a punishment. The Tower comes to us out of love to free us or liberate us from some prison that we've been afraid to come out of. Okay, there's also here with the Tower card a sense of what we refer to as paradigm shift, awakening, where like your mind is blown and all of a sudden you see the world and the people around you completely different, right? The veil has been lifted. You're no longer under the influence of illusion. You see beneath the surface of things and you see the truth of things. There's a level of awakening with the Tower, and that's what I feel like you guys are waking up. I feel like it's the paradigm shift of like the mind expanding. Okay, I just heard breaking out of the matrix, right? So that might be a term that maybe some of you kind of refer to, or maybe for some of you that makes more sense what I'm trying to say. I've never seen the movie, but I've definitely heard people reference it and talk about breaking out of the matrix, and I'm hearing breaking out of the matrix. Like some of you are in that energy of where you're breaking out of that. So I don't normally pull clarifiers in the YouTube videos. I will pull clarifiers when I do private readings, but I know the Tower scares a lot of people. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some clarifiers for you guys, Cancer, and just get a little bit more here around the Tower, just maybe to give you guys some reassurance. Clarifier 1, please show us clarifier 2, please show us clarifier 3. Okay, so for clarifier 1, we have the Queen of Wands. I'm giggling. Clarifier 2, the devil. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Clarifier 3, the Hierophant. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. I just did this whole spiel on one of the other videos when I was explaining the Tower card. And I just love how this happened. It gave me chills. Gave me absolute chills. Okay. I just want to point out here. See that? See that right there? Okay. See these numbers? This is 15. Roman numeral number 15. XV. XVI. Roman numeral number 16. If you know anything about the tarot, the major arcana, the ones with the Roman numerals, are telling the story of the journey of the Fool. You guys have seen the Fool card. The Fool is number 0, right? And the Fool is when we take this leap of faith. Like, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to experience life, I'm going to see what happens. So each major arcana card is like a lesson on that journey or a moment of growth on that journey. When we get to card number 15, that's when we get caught up in fear. That's when we get stuck in a situation, right? And we feel very indebted or enslaved or very trapped or very stuck. And even though it's a situation that's not good for us, we feel like we can't leave. We just can't leave. And Spirit is saying, look, you know, you can get up and you can walk away. And you're like, but I can't leave. I'm stuck. I'm trapped. I can't do it. So what happens? That's number 15. Number 16 comes along. We're blasted out of the prison. We're blasted out of that captivity. Okay, we're freed. We're liberated. So as I was saying, the Tower doesn't come as a punishment. The Tower is an act of love to have this divine intervention to pull you out of something you haven't had the courage to walk away from. Queen of Wands, however, makes me feel that in this instance, right, your Tower card might not be as scary because you are in confident energy and you're realizing your worth. You might be getting in touch with your own anger, right? And that might be why you're feeling liberated from being under somebody else's anger or somebody else's judgment. Like, hey, wait a minute, I'm not so bad. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I deserve. It's sure as heck isn't this. Okay, so there's like a healthy sense of entitlement here, and there's this sense of just having drive and ambition and being ready for change, and you're using your own anger as fuel to push you forward quickly to changes, to the things that you are committing to your truth. Okay, to a new contract, to a new agreement. You're breaking out of the old contracts, out of the old agreements that you're going to be in fear. You're breaking out of that contract of fear, self-loathing, self-criticism, and you're coming into the truths. You're coming into your beliefs. Some of you might be changing a belief system, okay? You might be coming out of a traditional church or upbringing. Maybe some of you are stepping away from certain spiritual teachings or certain types of mysticism. As we're waking up, there's going to be a lot of shifting in terms of how we connect. So maybe you're trading one spiritual path for another one, or some of you are coming into the energy, just like there's people who are very spiritual but not religious, right? There are mystics or spiritual people that maybe are just like, well, I'm just spiritual. I'm not identifying as shaman. I'm not identifying as Wiccan. I'm not identifying as Christian. I'm not identifying as anything, right? I'm just having my relationship with my creator. And because when it comes to the metaphysical thing, there's always like certain types of you know, I don't want to say religions, but modalities, practices, right? So some of you are even going a higher step in terms of your spirituality, and you may be making some changes in that regard. Your outcome here is the Eight of Pentacles. And Eight of Pentacles can be a new area of study. Okay, maybe some of you are beginning to question your beliefs, and you're beginning to investigate those beliefs. You're beginning to research them. Okay, I know I had that experience in my life where I had to research a lot of the things that I was taught growing up, and I began to realize that they were not necessarily true. They were not necessarily what was being taught to me. There were certain things that were being brought in that weren't biblical, but they were being presented as biblical truths. So some of you might be investigating what you've been taught. And maybe it's not religion. Maybe it's about your political upbringing. Maybe it's about history that's been taught to you. But you're being questioned what you were taught, and you're doing your own research to come to your own conclusions. Traditionally, Eight of Pentacles is also going to indicate that we're taking on some kind of area of study that is basically going to be profitable for us, that's going to give us like a positive profit or turnaround. So some of you might even be making some kind of a career change or strengthening some skill set that you're going to put to use to help other people, and it may be another stream of income for some of you, which could eventually become your main income, because there's a financial tie here to the Eight of Pentacles. You may need to check out your moon, sun, and rising sign videos, because some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. If you would like to check out the love readings for May, those are linked in the description. I do the love readings separate. As far as the podcast about manifesting, I know it's been super delayed, guys. I've been traveling a lot. There's been illness and chaos in my family, and hopefully, knock on wood, I won't have to be traveling for a while, and I'll be able to be consistent again with my posting, but also with the podcast. I'm going to try to have a set day and time where every week at that time I do a podcast, and I'm going to try to do it where live, to where like you guys can call in and ask questions and interact. So thank you for your continued patience, your love, your support. I appreciate it more than you guys know. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Take care, my dears.